Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's simply Chris, and today we're going to be doing some reactions or a reaction to teachers leaving in droves. This is coming straight out of Texas, and we're going to see why a lot of teachers are starting to pack their bags and head out. Let's get into it.
The number of school employees assaulted on the job is rising in Texas.
More than 2,600 assaults on educators were reported last school year, according to new data from the Texas Education Agency. KXAN investigator Kelly Wiley is tracking what happens after teachers are hurt in the classroom.
When Tiffany Robinson began teaching in Texas, she never imagined she'd be writing this letter 18 years later.
Gerald ISD trustees. I am writing to formally resign from my position as chemistry teacher at Gerald High School effective immediately. Just a lot of disappointment. You just get worn down.
The last straw, she says, was on a pep rally day at Gerald High School when she says a rowdy group of students eager to leave class got in her face.
Cussing me and telling me, F you, you're going to make me late to my next class. And they were getting up out of their chairs and coming forward, and it was getting ready to get out of control.
By the time the bell finally rang, Robinson decided this would be the end of her near 2-decade teaching career.
I was crying, went to the associate principal, and I told her, I said, I'm done, I'm resigning. I'm not doing this. I'm not taking this anymore.
Gerald ISD officials told us they work hard with campus police and administrators to build an environment where teachers can perform their duties without fear, harassment, or violence. They also said schools need additional funding for security initiatives and mental health resources. The incident in Robinson's classroom stopped short of any physical assault, but new data from the Texas Education Agency shows the number of assaults perpetrated by students against school staff statewide rose 18% last school year compared to the year before.
It's definitely increased, probably for several factors.
Zeph Capo is the president of the Texas chapter of the American Federation of Teachers, an organization representing more than 65,000 educators.
The lack of behavioral supports, the lack of mental health services that we've seen in the state of Texas, none of our mental health providers, whether it's counselors, social workers, psychologists, meet the recommended student to professional ratios in the state of Texas.
Under Texas law, teachers who are assaulted at school can request what's called assault leave, paid days to recover from physical injuries that can't be deducted from the employee's personal accrued leave. The law says districts must immediately approve assault leave once it's requested. But our analysis of district policies found if a district later determines an incident didn't meet the criteria, the district can retroactively deny the request.
If something doesn't rise to the level where it gets approved, for example, by a workers' comp doctor, then a teacher may actually lose their own personal leave to heal from an assault. Not every assault results in a teacher being hospitalized or needing, acute medical care follow-up. But, sometimes you don't want to go back in the classroom the next day.
KXAN analyzed data from
So imagine getting assaulted by a student, and let's just say that, okay, you didn't get beat up that bad. So now the administration is saying, well, it really wasn't that bad. You can go back to work. It's okay. I mean, come on. Like, who wants to, first off, be assaulted by a student in general? Because these kids bad. I've never understood why people go back to be teachers. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I grew up in the public school system, and it was pretty bad when I was in school, and it's only gotten worse in the last 2 decades. I can't imagine being in schools now with cell phones and things like that. And now these days, you have these parents who aren't really raising their kids. Their phones are. They're violent, disrespectful. I wouldn't last a day because you one thing you ain't gonna do is put your hands on 'em. That's one thing that ain't gonna happen. Hey, I don't care if you're a YN or not. Hey, you gonna stand on business today. You run up talking to me looking crazy. But you know what I'm saying? You can't blame teachers for not wanting to put up, especially a female teacher who wants to be assaulted. And then you got stuff like this. Let's say they get approved, and okay, you take, I don't know, 4 or 5 days off, one, to get yourself together mentally just to get back into it. And then later on, they're like, well, it wasn't that bad. So we're just gonna take your personal time and we're gonna go from there. Like it's crazy. They got to come up with something better, or just like I said, bite the bullet because these kids is bad. And like I said, if that teacher requests 5 days, give her 5 days, and let her come back. It's better than losing a whole teacher and having to find a new one, especially as scarce as they are.
Central Texas school districts between 2018 and last school year. Among the 29 Central Texas districts that responded to our survey, district officials reported at least 340 assaults on employees in that time frame. But those districts received far fewer assault leave requests and approved just 46 requests collectively.
Wait a minute.
Robinson says she hadn't planned.
Hold on. Let's go back. Let's look at them numbers just one more time. Out of 29 central school districts,
9 Central Texas districts that responded to our survey, district officials reported at least 340 assaults on employees in that time frame. But those districts received far fewer assault leave requests and approved just 46 requests.
So out of 304 assaults, they only approved 46 of the requests. That's crazy.
Collectively. Robinson says she hadn't planned on retiring for several more years. But at 56, she's starting a new chapter and a new career in real estate.
I don't want to go back. It's just disappointing. It's just disappointing. The problems have gotten worse through the years, and I don't see it getting better.
So far for this upcoming legislative session that starts in January, lawmakers have not pre-filed any bills to address assaults on educators. There hasn't been any significant legislation on this issue since 2019, when lawmakers added harassment to the list of behaviors for which a student must be removed from the classroom. In Austin, Kelly Wiley, KXAN Investigates.
And nationwide, teachers are also reporting higher numbers of physical violence and aggression at schools. A 2024 study from the American Psychological Association found a sharp rise in teachers reporting threatening aggression and physical violence.
That's because these kids is bad. Y'all may not agree with me, but these kids need whoopings. They need to get these whoopings back. Like I said, they need to go back. Not a lot of fathers in the houses. I mean, y'all can say what you want to say, but dads are a good deterrent from bad behavior. Take me, for instance, my grandfather. My dad really wasn't in the picture, but my grandfather was. And I didn't want to see him at all, ever. So guess what I did? I was typically always on my best behavior. Of course, I'm human. I ain't gonna always be perfect. But guess what? I went to school acting no fool because I didn't want to go see my granddaddy because that belt was real. And he instilled a level of fear in me that was like, hey, I think I'm just going to sit here and act right while the rest of y'all act a fool. And I'm just going to do the right thing. But that's neither here nor there. So for any teachers that happen to run across this or people looking forward to being a teacher, just know what you're getting yourself into. Just really do your homework before you go down that road. I'd hate for you to go to school and do all that and then, get to the field and be like, no, this ain't it. So that's just a cautionary tale. But anyway, that's it for this video. If y'all will, like and subscribe for more content like this. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.